Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Bad Peace Podcast. I am your host Tati.
I'm your co-host Armani.
And today we have a special guest in the building.
Yeah, my name's John Zell. I've been knowing Tati and Monty since a long ass time.
Forever, for real.
John Zell used to live across the street from us. Well, from the family house, okay? That's where we all grew up. So how are you doing today?
Doing good, and y'all?
I'm doing well.
I'm tired.
Why are you tired?
I was drinking last night.
Oh my God. You always... What is new?
You the main one time I'm not drinking no more.
Right, all the time.
Yeah, it's always after a bad experience, and then you're like, "Ooh, that bad experience was kind of fun."
Wow. You need help. AA.
I know, I'm not supposed to even think like that.
I don't know. What about you, John Zell?
I drink, but I ain't no drinker.
Have you ever had it's like when you're high. When you're high, you really don't want to be high at the moment, and then once it comes down,
you be like, "Oh,
I want to get back high."
That's a damn shame.
That's how it is drinking.
Yeah.
But how old are you, John Zell?
I am 28. I will be 29 next month.
Okay, so he's almost
so
in
you're
his
old.
30s.
I ain't trying to look at it that way. Yeah.
Are you scared of hitting
Nah.
your 30s?
See, the good thing about it is I still look young. Black don't crack unless I don't use it, so I'm good.
Yeah, I thought you was in your early 20s, like mine, 25.
Oh, nah.
Okay, so today we are going to be asking questions that men want to know about women and the questions that women want to know about men.
Mm-hmm.
And John Zell is our man of the hour, so he's going to be answering all of our questions.
Yes.
Ooh. So who want to start first? Should we start first?
Yeah, ladies first. Y'all can ask.
We should start first.
Okay.
He's a guest. No, I'm just kidding.
He got all these questions all the goddamn time. I
Right.
say you might as well.
But go ahead. You start first, Money.
First question. I'm not asking that question.
Go. Just ask one.
Why do men leave black women once they make it? That's a good question.
So, when they go to the NFL or if they make it to NBA or anything like that, and in high school, in high school, they always have the black woman by their side, but once they make it, they somehow end up on the other side.
I mean, I've never experienced that or will experience that because I love black women.
Yes.
And it's just the fact of it is from people that I know, that's in the league and stuff like that, they say they do that because of the fact of, this, it's just stereotypical stuff. They'll be like, oh, black women are always after men with money. I mean, some of that is true, but then you got the ones that's the females that's been with you. If you got a female that was there for you when you didn't have and she helped you build up, that's where you got to show the loyalty as being okay, I can't do her like that. Some people be like, oh, I'm going to do her like that because I got the money and I could just go find another one. You're not going to find the same loyalty.
Yeah,
as
definitely not.
Started with you when you didn't have it versus the person that was with you when you got it.
Yeah, and then too, what you said, women, they say black women are after money, but I feel white women are after it more so than us black women.
My thing is, it don't even be necessarily that black women are after money. I think they're just after. I can't say me personally because it's not me, but most of the time I feel like they're looking to be taken care of, whereas white women be like, you either got money or you don't. It's not even necessarily that they're trying to be taken care of. It's just the look. I feel like.
The white women want the look
the glamorous, where some black women is more so, are you gonna pay my bills? Are you gonna make sure that I have food? Things like that. Because personally, I don't really look for it.
I think in all honesty, I think it's the generations. no disrespect to your generation, Monty. Like between me and Tata's like generation, like it's different. Like we look at things different than what y'all do. Like I could say, let me see. I know we're like a couple years older than you, but it's the fact of it is like you think about it. Like back in the day, I'm not calling her old, but when Tata was probably like, you know, when they era was going on, like it was all about love. Like then when it came to mine, like my era is kind of like love is there, but it ain't like how it was like when like Big Kevin and Yo Mom, like when they were like together, like it was like love. Now it's like, oh, you know, you got your influencers, you got city girls. Oh, fuck a nigga, he need to pay this, and this.
Right.
But it's a nigga could say that, and it's like, oh, a nigga got me fucked up. Woo through woo. No, it should be the way. Like the energy based off of how it's being presented. Like,
but it's crazy, I look at it because I feel like I don't know. Maybe I grew up in the household that I grew up in that I don't look at things like that. But I feel like as a woman, you should have yourself together to where it's like, why are you like? I don't know. I don't look for a man that
can financially take care of you.
Because I feel like I need to have my stuff together. Because I don't ever want to be like to the point where I'm at home and I have to ask him for money to eat, or you know, just little things like that. I don't want that. I'd rather do the things myself. I mean, if you offer it, cool, you know. Yeah. I don't want nobody that's just can't do nothing, but also I don't want to be that woman that's just looking for with her hand out.
Yeah.
See, my thing that I look at is like this, like, you know, some females are hustlers and some females are receivers. Like they'll go out there and go hustle, and other ones like, oh nah, this nigga gonna take care of me, or this nigga fall off, another nigga gonna take care of me. At the end of the day, like this, like the stuff that I don't get, I'm in a relationship, but I got homegirls, I got cousins, they tell me stories all the time. They're like, oh, I got this dude, he do this, he do that, he do this for me. And I'm like, okay, like you saying you got all these dudes you talk to, but how are you benefiting from it? Like if he's not helping you build up credit, he's not helping you do this, he's not putting you on game as to where you won't get played. Not even saying like he's trying to play you, but just making sure like if y'all fall off, y'all can still be cool. And then when you meet somebody else, you already know the steps of what's coming, instead of it being like, oh, I didn't know. Like people tell people all the time, like, you know, from experiences, and some people like, oh, that'll never happen to me. Don't say never, because you don't know what your future is.
Yeah, like, definitely.
Yeah. So, I mean, like again, with the generation thing, it's based off the generation. Like I was taught from my mom not to never depend on no female. Like with me, if I'm hungry and my girl's like, oh, you know, I'm tired, I'm not about to be like, oh, well, shit, we ain't gonna eat. Like, nah, we gonna figure out something.
Right. I'm about to go make me a grilled cheese sandwich or something.
I don't care. Like the best pack of noodles we ever made. We gonna close our eyes and we're gonna wish that it was some shrimp in there or something. Like, I'm happy. But I mean, me, I could cook. So that's the difference between me and other people. Like some dudes cannot cook at all, and I'm like, bruh, like you damn near 30 and you can't cook. Like that's it just don't make sense.
I think it's like
that's another thing too. Like a lot of like I would say Monty's generation, majority of them, like I'm not even gonna like pull people out like that, but you know, everybody know how to make tacos and spaghetti and Alfredo. That's you get tired of that. You want to have something different. Like stop making a nigga basic bitches like meals. I'm not saying that females basic bitches, but that's a basic bitch. Like surprise me. Put a lobster out there one time or something. Like do something different. Like you can't expect a dude to be like, oh, you know, he gonna be there for me, and all you cooking is chicken. I mean, tacos and pasta, and you got to change it up.
Spaghetti and
that's
shit.
The younger generation. All they know how to do is order offline. They don't know how to cook.
I think that's another thing. They're not being groomed up, or I don't know if it's they're not being groomed up to do it, or it's just that they don't have the desire to do it. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see though. I mean, we'll see if it changes in a couple years, if they feel like they want to start getting their shit together and, you know, becoming different for the men and the women.
Yeah. I mean, well, here's another example I could give you. Like, okay, I'm gonna go like this. Like Auntie Roz and Auntie Gail, like they generate, is different. You know, they was like the 80s, they had that crazy hair and all that other stuff. And it wasn't like how it is now, where it's like, you know, these girls is wearing lingerie outside. Like, you don't do that. That's for your man.
And one of my friends was talking too. Another thing is, you know, back in the day, like a wig was like, oh no, we're not doing that, baby. But now
it was like a top secret that was a wig on top of your head.
Yeah, but now you niggas is wearing wigs at like the age of fucking 16. Like, they do not, like, because of Instagram and all of that, that's the way they think that, you know what I'm saying?
See, here's the thing too. Like, when I was in elementary school, I say, like, not even elementary school, like middle school, when we used to be in class, or we'll see a girl and be like, oh, like, she got a weave in her hair. That would be like, that's like calling a girl like a bitch. Like, that was like the most thing. Like, it's like, motherfucker, you got me fucked up. This ain't no weave. Like, now it's like, oh, well, shit, motherfucker, y'all be pulling that wig off like this, and it be like, oh, shit, like, it don't even matter no more. It's like y'all ain't ashamed or nothing. Like, I ain't gonna put her out there, but, you know, my girl, she do that when it get hot. I'll be like, all right, do you? My mama do the thing. I'll let y'all do y'all. But it's like, you know, back then it's kind of like if your wig flew out, you kind of got embarrassed. Now it's like, oh, well, shit, I got my cap on. It's cool.
It's cool.
I got my cap on.
Well, what's one of the questions that you have for us?
Okay, one of the questions I have for y'all is that, why is it that y'all ask for the truth, but when we tell y'all the truth, y'all flip out and make it more worse than us, like, lying? Like, I don't get it. Because me, whether it's going to hurt your feelings or not, I'm going to be truthful as I can, because that's what I was always taught. Like, my mom taught me as a young person, like, you know, I'll be more upset with you by me finding out from somebody else instead of you telling me first and then lying on it. Because when you lie, you got to make up another lie, another lie, another lie. That gets irritating after a while.
Yeah. Well, you want to go?
I think because with that,
that's a very good question.
It's a good question, but I don't think y'all are understanding it. Like, okay, yes, we're gonna get mad when you tell the truth, of course, but the thing is like, we're gonna be mad at that moment, but later, once we finally process it, think about it, we're gonna, like, I feel like it's gonna, like, make a little more sense. It's gonna be easier.
Yeah,
it's processed. We understand it. We can't do nothing but respect you for giving us the truth, but you can't think like you finna tell me, like, just like say this, oh yeah, I did fuck that bitch. All right, I'm mad as hell. Of course I'm mad as hell. But it's like, okay, it's cool. He came and told me. Now it's on me on how I choose to deal with it. Like, if I choose to stay, if I choose to go. I think men lie to you, and it's like, you don't even give me you're not giving me the option on how I want to deal with what you're lying about.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely respect the truth more than a lie, because, like I said, one time I had somebody that you know, he texted me like, I got something to tell you, and you know, at first he kept me in suspense for a long ass time, maybe like 2 weeks, for you to tell somebody that I got something to tell you. And you know, but I still respected the fact that he told me what he did versus lying about it, you know what I'm saying, or waiting until the baby was here and all of a sudden you know what I'm saying. So I respected that he told me, and of course I was pissed the fuck off. You know, I don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? But until or even if it was a cheating situation, I don't want to talk to you until I'm ready to fucking talk to you. Because you did some bullshit. But
here's the thing that I don't understand, like what you just said. Like, when it's y'all time, when y'all feel like talking, it's cool for y'all to do that. But when we say, I need some space, or you know what, give me a second, it's like, nah, motherfucker, we need to talk about that shit right now. Like, you can't do that. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I'm giving you the same energy. Like with me, everybody got something to say about my sign no matter what. Like, I'm a Gemini. I know exactly what my pressure points are. Like, if I get irritated, I'm going to be like, you know what? Can you leave me alone for a minute? Let me get myself together before it turns into something that don't have to be.
Yeah.
So it's like, you could tell somebody, like, leave me alone, and then they send you a text with you like, hold on, I just said, can you leave me alone? Then it's
the bitches don't listen.
Like I don't get why y'all do that. That's something I don't understand.
Yeah, you know what? I think women have a bit more of what do you call it? A hot temper, I guess, when it comes to stuff like that. Because I don't know how men don't show their emotions, and that's another question too. Men don't show their emotions like right away, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna give you your space, and in our mind we like, what the fuck, like why the fuck he ain't bothering me, he don't give a fuck and all this. But I guess women are more like, you know, snappy, and so you gonna talk to us, we want our answers now. We are like that, and I can't I can't answer it, but I agree with you that we do that.
But see, the thing about it, though, like you said, men don't act, well, they act like they don't have feelings. We do have feelings. It's just the fact of it is, like, we know that some stuff that we may say, if we would just see that what I learned from having, like, you know, sisters and cousins and all that being around me, females react off of emotion faster than men do. We take the time to be like, okay, you know what? I see why she's tripping, and let me fix it, or let me try to fix the situation before I just be like, oh, you know, let me just jump into it. Then it'd be something else that you got to worry about. Where it could have just been like something so small, and now it's just brushed away. Now it's this big old fire now.
Yeah. I mean, I agree that
it gets done.
Yeah, it gets done. It's just... it is what it, I mean, I can't say it is what it is, but that's what we do. And I don't know how, like, to fix that, because, like, for me, when I get pissed, either I'm going to send you a long ass paragraph because I don't want to, I know, and it's bad, but it's either I'm going to keep talking, I'm going to keep pressing buttons, or I'm just going to send you a long ass paragraph, get it out my fucking hair, and then I'll give you your space.
But see, what I learned as far as like being in a relationship, that 9 times out of 10, text messages get read the wrong way. That's why I like texting. I'd rather have a face-to-face conversation.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you know, everybody has arguments. If you have an argument 9 times out of 10, depending on what the argument is about, it's going to lead to makeup sex, depending on what the argument is about. But the fact of it is like, that's why I want to have that face-to-face, so I ain't got to worry about, oh, you know, I said this, but this is not what I meant. It's like, okay, now you're in my face. You can express the way how you feel. Definitely. I respect you, instead of it being like, oh, well, you know, I said this, but maybe I might interpret something the wrong way and be like, damn, like, what the fuck? That's fucked up. But that's not even what she meant.
That's not what I meant. Yeah. But so would you rather the poking or the text?
I mean, the text is cool, because then sometimes it just depends on the argument. Like, she can say, and I'll look at that motherfucker and I won't say nothing back, because I know if I respond back to it, get a whole nother problem. But then again, too, if I don't say nothing back,
it's a problem. But you know what? Because I've been done like that a lot. When they don't say nothing, it's nothing bad. You know, it bothers me for a second, but then I be like, okay, fuck him, and I just going about my business.
But see, the thing about it is that if a man really knows you, he's gonna give you that time to cool off, because don't nobody want to be arguing with they significant other every single day or every other day, or just have problems in general. Like, we got a whole pandemic going on right now. Why are we arguing?
We don't have time for that. We need to be loving each other.
Like, it's crazy. Like, I believe that, you know, most situations be handled face to face than it can be through text, because people misinterpret stuff when it's through text.
That's definitely true.
So that's why I look at it. Like, if I have a situation, I'll be like, okay, you know what, we can talk about it when I get home. Not being like, oh, you know, I'm gonna just not say nothing at all, because that little thing that got swept under the rug could have been thrown away and it could have been never seen again. Instead of it being like, oh, well, you know, well, back right here, like last week we had this argument, and like then you bring it back up and it's like, I thought it was over with. So you got to make sure, like, when it's an argument,
that you really end it.
Yeah.
My second question for you is, are men insecure about their penis size?
Damn, that's a I can't I can't on everybody but myself. No, like, I mean, the thing about it is like, when it comes to that, sometimes people feel like they're not at that, like, I'm at that side where I could, like, make sure she's satisfied. Yeah. But again, like, some females, like I said, like, I got cousins and sisters and stuff that told me, like, they didn't dealt with people where, the man's penis is like cool, but his head is better. So it's like, you kind of got something. If it don't work out like that, you can still get your nut off with the other thing. So,
no,
but then again,
some man out here with low wee wees and ain't doing nothing else.
Oh yeah, and that's
just messed up.
Yeah, and then a lot of men don't.
It's like, dang, you should be where you lacking.
You should be wanting to please in other areas.
But see, the thing about that is too, like, it's funny, and I don't mean to put my cousins out there like that, but the boys, like the boy cousins, I remember when I was younger and they was like, oh, like, when we all first start, what they call it, like, getting our feet wet. I guess you was. So it's like, they like, oh, what you be doing? I was like, well, shit, I like eat pussy. They like, you eat pussy? Like, that's nasty. And I'm like,
yeah, that was a thing. Why? I don't understand why that was a thing. Where it was disgusting.
Like, a couple months went by, they like, man, like, I don't even know why I was like dissing you like that. That motherfucker fun. I'm like, y'all. But then when it came to, like, when we got older, it was like, they got to the big leagues and was like, man, we nasty now. And I was kind of like, it was a different, like, aspect for me, because I'm like, I'm not even doing that. Like, that's
now y'all done went over.
Yeah, they like, man, you don't even know what you missing out on. So I'm like, when later on came about, I'm like, okay, like, I'm gonna just see what happens. So, like, it happened and it was cool. Not saying like, you supposed to be out there eating everybody ass and pussy. Right, that's not supposed to happen. That's only supposed to be with the person you really dealing with. But as far as like penis sizes and all that, some girls like big penises, some girls like, it's kind of like
for each person.
I could put it like this. Like girls, like girls put it like this as far as like the three bears. Like, you got mama bear, papa bear, and you got baby bear. Like, that's how they look like penises. Like, you got the big one, you got the medium size one, you got the one that's just right. So it's like, you gotta look at it like that. Like, some people don't like big sizes. Some people cool with medium size. Some people cool with the teeny weenies. You never know. So
not
it's like,
the teeny weenies.
I think you just have to know how to work with it, because there are men with big ones that are not having sex right. Like, it's more painful than it is, but it's a way that I don't think they understand. It's a way that they can stop making it painful.
Yeah. But my thing too is, like, at what I want to know, and I know I can't just ask you, but like, I want to know, and maybe some guys could leave the stuff in the comments, their answer, but what age did you like figure out like you were either lacking or packing?
Oh,
I mean, see,
does it stop growing?
It does stop growing, right? Yeah, it does. It has to.
Well, I mean, it has to, but like,
yeah. The thing about it is, like, nowadays, it's like the niggas be fucking it up because most of these niggas now are like pill heads and fiends. Yes. So like, the shit that comes with that is like,
your dick don't get hard.
Yeah, I don't have it because I'm not a pill popper. So it's like, I know people that be like, man, I got to be off a perk. No, you don't have to do that because I only experienced with a perk one time, and it wasn't even a full perk. It was a half a perk, and I believe that shit was like the highest amount as it was. And 9 months later, my son came. So after that, that was kind of, I don't need to touch that no more.
Yeah,
like I was off the Honey Jack Daniels, like a little perk, and I had my blunts going. But other than that, I was like, I don't need to touch a perk no more. Like perks,
they do perks because they don't have no stamina, is what I believe.
Oh, perks give you more stamina?
Yeah, like perks they last way longer.
Like, you don't.
Oh no, we can't have sex during perky.
Yeah, you can't overdo it.
Yeah, you don't be having sex all night.
No, thank you. My vagina does not like to be swollen, and we are okay. Thank you very much. Do not.
But yeah, the perk thing, that's my experience from that. But as far as like just regular, my thing is if it's cool and it get hard, like I shouldn't have to be off of weed and drinking all that
Right.
to have sex with somebody. Because if I feel I got to do that, I'm doing too much.
Yeah.
Now, if you with your significant other, like you might have a night where it's like, okay, we drinking on wine and something like happens, and it's like, okay, cool, we have wine. Like sometimes wine sex be way freakier than the regular hard liquor. So it just depends on the moment.
Yeah,
I got.
What's your other one?
Question. So when it comes to like a man being like, okay, my thing is like with my girl, I give her, because I know her. She takes forever in the day to get dressed, and I try to give her like maximum time, like 3 to 4 hours. Why is it that we give y'all time like that and we still gotta wait on y'all to get dressed? Like, well, not get dressed, but be done being dressed.
See that I don't have that problem.
I have that problem. Okay. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's like you think you're ready, and then you see something, and you be like, "Oh shit!"
You look in the mirror, it don't look right.
I still, I need to fix this, or oh, this dress don't look right with these shoes, or you know what I'm saying, or these shoes don't look right with this dress.
Because you do imagine your outfit in your head before you put it on.
Yeah,
and then once you put it on, it doesn't look how it looked in your head. So now it's like, damn.
And I'm always forgetting shit too. Like I'd be like, oh, like just now, like I was like, oh shit, I forgot my lip gloss. So now if we're going downstairs and I'm thinking we ready, and we're like, oh shit, I forgot something. So I'm going upstairs and I'm doing something else.
Now I remember that I forgot something else.
Yeah. So I think women they want, especially when you're going out on like a date night, like you want to look perfect for your man.
You want to make sure you have everything.
Yeah. So I think that's the only thing that we kind of forget, and we want to look good for our man, so we take extra time.
Okay. This is a question. How much of an influence are your homeboys in a relationship?
Well,
don't lie to us.
Nah, I'm not, because like I got some friends that are in relationships, and then I got some friends that are just hoes. So I'm at the same time, like, a man knows right from wrong. You could be in the vicinity of your homies as hoes, and you could be in the vicinity of your homies as faithful. And it's up to you at the end of the day, who are your influencers as far as like, do you do what them niggas do, or you do what the right niggas do? Right. So I look at it like, I'm going to do what I want to do as far as the right thing, because I know at the end of the day, I'm not going to put this girl through a whole bunch of shit, because it's like females, like I said, like before earlier, y'all react to emotions.
Definitely.
So we do something like, everybody's relationship is never perfect. You have issues or whatever, but you fix them. So if you like trying to show the better change in yourself, you don't do, or you don't hang around certain people that are going to get you
in trouble
or get you to the point where she thinking you still on the same bullshit.
Yes. But previously, like, growing up, did your friends have a big influence on how you treated your woman, or, somebody you was dating, or,
I mean,
or that never was you?
I like, me personally, I was the one that was always like the influencer, because I always was the one that, was always the romantic type. Like, they didn't really do the romantic shit like that. They done like the bare minimum, but they didn't do like, like getting her flowers and all that, until I told them, like, bro, like, if you want her to really feel you, you got to do this. You got to switch it up. You can't be doing the shit, because you don't know what somebody dealt with in the past, as far as like what type of man they dealt with. Because I've seen like, some girls, and I'd be like, that I know, and I'd be like, why you keep putting yourself through that when you can find somebody that's gonna make sure, like, you straight no matter what.
And it could be the smallest thing that a man does that can like change. Because you go for like you say, you never know what a woman has been through in the past, or even a male. Like like this situation, for instance, I had somebody that it was their birthday. I started to learn them. So learning him, I gave him a whole basket of stuff that he liked. That I noticed that he was into, things that I heard him say he wanted, but no, you know, he never got it. Just things like that. And he was just like so because at first I'm telling him like, I can't wait till your birthday so you can see what I got you. But then I thought like, damn, he think it's finna be some like expensive ass crazy ass shit. And I'm like, that's what made me nervous, because I'm like, don't get your hopes up.
That ain't that.
And then once he got it, I swear to this day he still talks about it, because he was like, I never had somebody just learn me and you know, just come up with something like that. You didn't have to like go out too far out of your way to like make me happy.
And like you said, and like he said, you know, the smallest shit, like you bring me flowers and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, thank you so much, you're gonna get this vagina tonight. Okay. But it's just like the smallest thing, and you can just like, let's go for a walk on the beach, you know what I'm saying, something that makes that we don't
makes
do
you a little different.
Like something out of the ordinary. And even, but like flowers are ordinary, but it still makes you feel good. Like, oh,
they're not. Let me say this: they're not ordinary in this generation.
Well, yeah, that's true.
This generation, they are not ordinary.
Yeah, you because
like my thing is like, my girl sits up there and tell me like, when she's at work and she's like, oh, you know, I'm having a long day and this and that. Like our work schedules are different. Like I usually work during the day and then she work at night, so my sleep pattern be off anyway. And then plus my son, like my sleep pattern be off too. So the thing about it is like with that, if she's telling me I had a long day, like I said, I'm the romantic type. I'm gonna run the bath water, do the candles, and have a glass of wine. So when she come in the house, it's already there. Like I've done that multiple times, and she just be like, "What the hell? Like what you want?" I'd be like, "It's nothing. I just want to see you happy." That's what it is.
Right. I start crying.
Like at the end of the day, like you should value somebody that's like that, because. Like I tell people all the time, it's not that many guys that are out here that are willing to sit up there and do the bare minimum. Like that's not even nothing extravagant. Like, I mean, it's something extravagant to y'all as far as like,
because we don't get it that often.
Get it,
and especially like if you've been in a relationship and you've never had that before, that's gonna open your eyes up to be like, damn, like, you know, he's
listening to me. He wants to fix it. It's things like that. I want to know that you're listening to me. I'm not just talking. You're listening. Like, I can tell you something, and then if you figure out a way to like help me in the end, even if it costs you nothing,
right?
I'm gonna be like I just said. If that would have happened to me, I probably would have started crying.
Right. Oh my god.
She was
because you did. I mean, that's gonna brighten your day, like you said. If I call, say like I'm having a terrible day at work, like
niggas be like, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah. Like damn.
That's funny too. Like the whole that's crazy, because that's been always my slogan. Like, you know, damn, that's crazy. But I'm already thinking ahead. Like, okay, when you get home, you ain't expecting it. So
exactly.
I'm just like, that's crazy. And when you get home, you like, damn, like. I didn't think you was gonna have this ready like that. So it's based off of, you know, who raised you. That's basically who you could say that, because like my parents always raised me on respect and like, you know, showing love and always caring and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, sometimes showing love and caring gets you hurt, but at least it's like, you know, you would feel better like, damn, I showed them like I was doing this and doing that, instead of just being like, I don't give a fuck.
So do you feel like you do this just for her, or is it for like, are you like this just period? Are you this type of person period, or do you feel like it's this because girl brought this out of you, like you want to listen to her, like it's, you know?
No, I'm just just in general, like I'm always just a caring person. Like if y'all was to come over and I cooked or whatever, like I'll make sure y'all get y'all food and everything else. It's not like, you know, just me being like, oh, well, shit, like, they here, like, y'all get to feed yourself. Like, nah. Like, it's like, it's the hospitality of what I have, what I was brought up on. But
so you have done this in the past with other women.
Yeah, like
I've done this is just who you are.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like who I am. But this one is different because she got something that no other female can get from me, which is my first son.
Yeah.
So which is like, you know, like it's different when it's like that compared to just somebody you used to date in the past and y'all don't got no ties together. This I got ties with, so it's like, you know,
I'm trying to do everything to make her.
You know, yeah, like even if, because you know, sometimes girls be like, "Oh, he's just my baby daddy." Like, nah, motherfucker, I'm your boyfriend, I'm your man, I'm all that. Like when they say on the test, like D or D, all of the above, I'm that nigga. Like I'm all of the above. So it's like,
so you plan on marrying her?
Yeah.
Definitely. Aww. Look at you. I'm so proud of you.
That's the thing too. Like we just had a conversation about that yesterday. Like she was like, "Is the ring coming soon?" I'm like, "Yeah, but you have to be patient because just because that, you know, the female is ready to be married, the man is like has to make sure everything else is not just because, you know, we say I do. It's more to that.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
It's more like, you know, now it's like we making moves together. It's not just me making the decision and then you find out about it or me telling you I'm gonna do it and then you see it being done. Now it's being done together.
Right.
So it's like you gotta take steps as like as the process goes. Don't rush into something.
Exactly.
If you're not ready for it. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not ready for marriage, but I know that there's other stuff that we need to work on first so that way it's good. It's not like, you know, some people be married for like 15, 20 years and they be miserable. I don't want to be miserable. I want to be happy with us.
Yes. And you don't want, you know what's crazy is you can like feel the energy of couples like when you're out with them and they're married and you be like, oh my God, like it just don't seem genuine or it doesn't feel right. Like you can tell that they're not like in love with each other, you know. And two, I understand that, you know, especially if you've been together for 15, 20 years, you're going to have your ups and downs where you don't, you know, feel that connection or, you know what I'm saying, it's something that you have to work on. But yeah, I definitely think that you do have to make sure everything is straight before you just say, okay, we get married because, you know, she asked for a ring. We want to make sure that we are good and everything, and we are on the same page as far as, like you said, financial, everything. So,
do y'all like when the man is in charge of the relationship, or do you think that it should be like a mutual thing?
I definitely like a man that takes charge. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm wearing the pants all the time. You know what I'm saying? I do want to be able to make some type of decisions, or, you know what I'm saying, you come to me and ask me my opinion on things, but I would definitely want you to, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't want no pushover.
Yeah, I definitely want you to be like, okay, we're going to do this. And, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm looking at this right now, you know, what do you think? And if I say, you know, I think you should go with it, then, and you go with it, and then, you know, that's going to make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a 50-50 thing, but definitely I do want you to be able to take charge. I don't want you to be like, oh, can you, or do you mind coming over? No, tell me to, bitch, get your ass over. Not bitch, but bring your ass over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want no like pushover, like she said. What you think, Lenny?
I feel the same. I don't want nobody that I can push over, or I don't want to always be the one coming up with ideas. Like,
yeah, that's another thing, like especially dates, with dates. Like, yeah, like I want you to plan a date. I don't want to be the one to say, hey, look at this place, like we should go here. I want you to actually do some research and say, look, this place is nice. Like yeah, this, she might like this. And especially like she said, you should know your woman. So, you know, like I'm a nature person, or, you know, I like to take walks, I like to, you know, see sceneries and scenics and all that. So if that's, you know, that's what I like, let's go to a rooftop restaurant or something, or, you know, that one place, skyscape, like it's nice there. You know what I'm saying? Do little stuff like that. Where
on the downtown?
Yes.
With the glass slide?
Yeah, with the glass slide. Yeah, so, you know, it's just little different things that you guys can do or that men can do. Just do your research. And, like, they even have, like, the granola rides in Long Beach. Yeah. So, you know, just find different things to do besides go to the movies and dinner. Even though we probably ain't gonna be having dinner in for a minute. But you know what? I've been seeing people order takeout and like they got the men actually is, you know, getting the roses and the candles and they setting up the dinner table all nice with their little takeout, and it's like, oh, that's cute.
But yeah, now that's something different. Now, like with the whole dating thing, like I tell people all the time, like, you know, it's like it's crazy when you put your all in front and you're not getting the same energy back. Like I have friends that be like, oh man, you know, like I'm taking this girl out and we about to go to Ruth Chris or something like that, but that's their first date. You don't do that because she's going to experience Chris
every time.
So it's like, then again, it's like, you know, it depends on the female you're dealing with. Like if you're dealing with a female that got it, she gonna be like, okay, you know what, I got the bill. And then like some people that have like my homies and shit be like, man, she pulled out her money and I was shocked. Like, I'm like, well, you got to see like what the kind of person you're dealing with, because like a lot of girls be like, oh, you know, niggas is broke because they not like paying for me to do this, and this. A man's not obligated to pay for you, sweetheart.
Definitely.
Like at the end of the day, you're responsible for your own self. Like if a man does something, you should respect that and be like, okay, you know, I appreciate what he's doing. Don't be like, oh, well, you did it this one time, let me ask him for something else. You don't know what that man's financial situation is going on.
Yeah. Right. Well, thank you, Jonzel.
Thank you, Jonzel. Yeah, this is a good convo. Yeah. You gave us some answers. I think you're just a good man, so.
Yeah. So we got to get a little, what we got to get?
Ain't shit nigga so we can hear his responses.
You ain't right.
For real.
Oh my God. But yeah, I really love that you are a grown man and you know what I'm saying?
You got your head on right.
Yeah, you take care of your woman the way that you're supposed to and your child. So thank you for even being that good man. Yeah. And
it's the thing about that, like as far as the like taking care of my kid situation, I like before I even had a kid, my thought was always, you know, I want to have a kid before I turn 30. But the fact of it was, like, I've seen friends go through hell and bullshit with their baby mama or their baby daddy, and I'd be damned if I put myself through that. Because at the end of the day, not necessarily does it just hurt y'all, it hurts the kid more than the whole situation. Because the kid is looking at the standpoint like, damn, you know, my parents aren't here, and it's kind of like how I figure stuff out. Because a child needs both parents, not just being just one parent. Because at the end of the day, y'all both created this child. The child didn't ask to be here, so you got to be cordial.
Yeah.
And it's like a thing now, like what I say as far as like relationships or baby mama, baby daddy ships or whatever you want to call them. Like a lot of stuff gets ruined by social media. Like back then when like Big Kev and Auntie Roz and all them were growing up, they didn't have social media.
No.
Like it's like, you know, like how I said on the song, like, hey Shirley, this is Barbara calling. Like this is like them calling, like they calling this, what's going on.
And she found the number on a piece of paper in his pocket.
Right. Ain't no DMs or nothing.
Where it's like, oh, I'm gonna put it on my story, like, oh well, like they got me messed up. Woo-doo-woo. It's a whole different thing now. It's not like how it was back then.
Yeah, definitely. And nowadays people blasting they, you know, who he messing with, or you know what I'm saying. So it's a whole different story nowadays. But yeah, we're gonna have you back on one day. We're gonna
we out of this quarantine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I got one more question.
You got one more question? What's that?
One more. So in a relationship, do y'all, or even in the talking, I guess we'll just say the talking stage, do you mad at the other person for liking pictures on social media? Like as far as like the opposite sex,
I don't.
Like if you're and just say for instance your man like somebody in a bikini, will you feel some type of way behind that?
I'm not getting mad at a like, no. But once you start leaving comments with heart eyes and ooh, you look good and all that bullshit, then it's a problem. You do not do that. And I think that should go both ways. A woman should not be doing that under a man's pictures either. So unless it's a celebrity, he ain't gonna really care, or she ain't gonna really, you know what I'm saying? You can't.
No, somebody got mad at me before for complimenting.
Who? It can't be no local rapper or nothing.
I mean, he's not local, but he's not.
Who? Who?
It was a long time ago. I said Blueface had a nice smile.
No, he local. No, you can't do that. I'm talking about like Rihanna, or you know what I'm saying.
I feel like I've never been come across no damn Blueface, and if I did, I know.
Girl, please, Blueface. Next, okay, but thank you, Jonzelle, for coming on.
No problem.
We appreciate it, and we will see everybody on the next episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
And we out.
Peace.